Hey guys, welcome back to the stream. This is Rod Arriagada coming to you live from AHTAHKAKOOP Cree Nation, and I think I have to, well, maybe you guys can help me out, but we're here in AHTAHKAKOOP Cree Nation. This is a beautiful scenery here. Give a shout out to Lannster Ahenakew for hooking me up with this footage right here. If you guys can maybe share the link, the stream again, that way we can have your members tune in and watch this. I restarted the stream, and the only reason I did that is because I wanted to make sure that there was some chatting allowed in the room, so that way you guys can communicate with me and back and forth. So we're gonna go right back into it again, and well, I'm Rod Arriagada. I'm your host today. This is brought to you by Turtle Nation Holdings. I'm your producer, and well, we're here for the 2021 Chief and Council General Elections, or the Chief and Council elections for AHTAHKAKOOP Cree Nation. And as I explained earlier, the way it's set up right now, because of, well, you know what, maybe let me send some of these, how do I do this? I want to share the stream with some people. Art says, good luck to everyone. I'm trying to see if I can share this. Share, there it is. And we're gonna go on, copy link. Maria, if you're watching, I'm gonna send you the new link. And Spirit, I'm going to send you the link. And I shared it, I'm pretty sure I shared it on my Facebook. Let's go back and check. No, I have to share it right now too. Okay, so now we're good. I'm gonna go back into the room, and I should be able to see your guys' chats and all that, and we're good to go again. All right. Okay, so going back to things, let me explain this again, because I know, like, I started off explaining a little bit in the beginning of the first stream, and then I kind of had to go off in the other one because I realized there was no chatting on there. So now we got chatting. Kerwin says, go Uten. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. See, that's what I mean. Like, just that interaction alone between all of us makes it that much better when you guys are watching the stream. So, right on. I'm glad this worked out like this. And all right, so we're here for the ballot count. The ballot count is in progress. Everything's begun. They did the mail-in ballots, and they didn't count them, but they made sure that they were all legitimate, and so that's been done. Now they started the counting. There's 3 tables set up, and the reason why they have this set up like this is because of COVID-19, the restrictions. Normally with this wall, let's back up a little bit here so you guys can see. So normally you guys can see this big wall, right? All the names are up there. I mean, it gets bigger than that because there's still the other 3 on the side there, right? So with this wall like this, normally you would have, 30 plus people standing on the wall, and they're all marking, and and they're all listening to names. You would have the electoral officer screaming out loud like the names, and everybody would just, okay, that's my name, and that's the way it normally would go. And the way they have it set up right now is for 3 tables. So table number 1 is the main one. That's with electoral officer Burke Ratty. He's calling the names. The gentleman in the black is unfolding all the ballots and putting them there so that way he can go through the names. He's also double checking to make sure that there isn't more names marked than there should be. So for right now we're working on the councilor ballots. So the council ballots, there is 12 names that you could have elected. So if there's anything above 12, that would be considered a no good ballot. So let's say there's 13 or 14 ticks on there, no good, because you're only allowed to tick off 12 or to tick 12 names. If you have, let's say, only one name or 5 names for council, that's all right. That's okay, no problem. You had up to 12 to vote for. You didn't have to vote for all 12. So as long as it's 12 or less, that vote is good. The second thing they look for when they're going through the mail-in ballots is they're making sure that the person that mailed in their ballot did not come in and vote in person today. So that's why when you come in, you register, you get your name, you go through the scrutineers, they make sure that you know you were here or not, they check you off on the list, and then they go from that list and they double check to make sure that you know you didn't come in and vote or you didn't mail in a ballot. So once that's all done, then we go into the next stage, which is counting the ballots. We got 3 tables set up right now. This is the main table. We got table number 2 is here with Belinda. She's the crew leader and she's calling out the names. The gentleman on the right is unfolding. You can see right now he's unfolding all the ballots and double checking to make sure that you know there's no errors or there's not too many names marked off. And once that's all good, he'll leave it there. If it's wrong, then they'll put that aside. There's envelopes. You guys can see these envelopes right now, and the yellow envelopes in the middle of the table, right? Those envelopes are for anything that's not good. So anything that you know there's questionable, too many marks or something you know that's not right about it, they'll put it on there, and that eventually gets reviewed after by the committee. So that's the way it normally works. That's table number 2, and then table number 3 is on the right hand side all the way across over here, and this is Sherry Lynn's table. She's the leader on this table, so she's calling out the names, and these guys are marking down the names as they go out. The way it basically works, we're going to go back to main table right now. The way it normally works is that they have to count all the ballots. They have to, like, first they got to count all the names, make sure that everything's good there. Then they cross-check to make sure that the amount of votes that they counted are the same amount of votes that they have in hand. If that matches up, that means everything was legitimate. Let's say they got, I don't know, as an example, let's say 100 counted for, and then they go count the votes or the ballots, and there's only like 99, they have to do a recount. Or there's 101, they have to do a recount. But if they do the ballots, they count the ballots, and there's 100, and then matches the 100 that they originally thought they had counted, then that works all good, right? Because that's the number that they were looking for. So that's how it'll go, and they'll keep being a recount until it's properly done. And then once the names are all done and everything's been counted from each table, they're gonna start putting up the names from each table, right? So table number 1 will go up and it'll say this person X amount of votes, that person X amount of votes, that person X amount of votes. Table 2 will come up, that person X amount of votes, that person X amount of votes, and each table will fill in their numbers. At the end, once all the numbers come in, electoral officer is going to come up and he's going to tally up all the numbers. That's going to give you the total numbers of everyone, and you'll know who's been elected today. Same thing will be for the chief ballots, although I know that the chief ballots will be smaller. They won't need the 3 tables for that one, so that one will probably be a 1 table finale, let's say, because right now they're starting with the council ballots, then they're going to move on to the chief ballots. And like I said earlier, there's 12 people that you can nominate, or not nominate, there's 12 people that you can vote for on the council sheet. So that will take a lot longer than the chief, where there's only 1 person, right? So that's the setup right now. We're doing the council. I got some comments in here. Council ballots. What are your thoughts on the entire process so far, the campaigns and people involved? Well, I think I didn't really get to see all the campaigns. A lot of the people did a lot of efforts, you know, and then there was a lot of posters and stuff on there I've seen on what's happening at AHTAHKAKOOP. And the only reason I've seen that because I'm part of a member right now, because I was streaming this event for you guys on there. So I got to see a lot of the campaigns that people put up, and I thought it was well thought out. I thought every person put the effort in to, you know, think about their goals, perspectives, and direction. I thought it was good. The only thing is, and this is, I might be biased on this because I'm the streamer, you know, and I do this kind of work, but if you guys stay on this page or go on this page eventually on this channel, you can see that there's a couple of candidates forums that we had. So we had the one in Keniston. It was bad connection, bad Wi-Fi, so it's really laggy and the sound sounded kind of weird, but it was really good for the members there because they got a chance to see, and that one specifically was a full candidates forum, so it was chief and council candidates, and I believe there was 21 people altogether for that one, 3 nominations for chief and 18 for council. And so yeah, with that one, the people got a chance to be able to hear the platforms from each candidate, and they also got a chance to ask the candidates a question. So, you know, I would screen the questions and I want to ask one question from one viewer onto one candidate, and then another question from another viewer to a different candidate, and that's how we kept doing it. So then that gave people a chance to be able to listen to the platforms, to be able to see how the leaders are in person, if they have confidence in front of the people, in front of the mic, you know, being on the stream, to see what kind of backbone they have, so to speak. And it also gave everybody an opportunity to see how these nominees were prepared for the questions that they had no idea were coming for them, right? So anything that they got asked through me, through the viewers, that was all cold questions. They had no idea those questions were coming. So that helped everybody that was watching the stream to be able to see how each individual dealt with a question that was coming at them and their solutions or answers for such questions. Then there was another one that we did in Peter Ballantyne Cree Nation. That was a nice one too. That was only a Chiefs candidates forum, and there was only 6 candidates, so each candidate had their own table, they had their posters up, and they each got mic'd up, and they were able to do the same process. So for that one, we gave them each 20 minutes to be able to present their platform, and then after that we had, so there was 2 segments. The first segment was a platform segment. Each candidate had 20 minutes to present their platform. Then we stopped, we took a quick break, we came back and we did a second segment, which was a question and answers. And for that one, what we did is we asked each candidate the same question coming from the viewers. So whatever the question was, we started off from left, each candidate answered it, and then we got the next question, we started off from the right, each candidate answered the question, moving our way back to the front again, and then we started rotating different people answering the question first. And the reason why we did that is to be able to create some more consistency, because if we started off with the first person, went to the last person, then we did that over and over and over again, well, by the time it gets to the last person, they're already prepared for the answer. They heard the other 5 nominees give their answer, so now they can tailor the answer to be a little bit better. So that's what we rotated to keep it raw, and I thought it was really good. So to me, as a biased person, because I do the streaming, but also as an insightful person who sees the results from the candidates forum, I believe the candidates forum is a really good way to go. However, this election is now almost done because we're now in the ballot counts stage of the election process. I'm not sure. Am I behind? It says that I'm half hour behind. Oh, was that like a comment from before? Yeah, I guess it must have been. But yeah, so now going back to that, I find that the candidates forums are really good. You don't have to take my word for it. You can go check out some of those candidates forums and you'll see. I have another one that's coming up in a little while. It's going to be the one for Pine Creek First Nation, and there's going to be another candidates forum. That one's a little bit larger. It's I think it's 26 council, and I want to say it was 6 for chief, but I could be wrong. But either way, most of them are going to come in for that one, and you'll see, like, once again, it's a good process. It's a good way to get to know your candidates. But there's nothing wrong with campaigning the way that everyone did it here in AHTAHKAKOOP by, you know, being verbal and visual, right? So you had your poster up there, you're able to communicate with people. And I'm sure a lot of the members who were nominated went around and you know, met up with other members from the community and kind of discussed their platform and their goals and their vision. And you know, because when you're campaigning, you're trying to build up support through your members, so there's a lot of interacting between the members and the nominees. So I think it was really good. I didn't think there was anything wrong with the way the process went through in here in AHTAHKAKOOP. The only thing is that I thought, maybe it would have been a little bit better with the candidates forum, and only because then people get to engage right there and see it all happening, and it's not just one person, it's everyone, right? So it's a little bit better that way. But it was pretty good, and I think that the people that did their campaigns put in a lot of effort. They really did, and they look really good and presentable. Every one of the campaigns that I've seen, the posts on Facebook, they were all very professionally done. So good job. I've seen some people that had some posters on the vehicles. Other guys had cards and stuff like business cards cut out with them promoting themselves for their campaign. Very creative, very good, and all of it was really good. Joel says, why can't we just have 5 chiefs? LOL, just kidding. I would like all of them to work for our people, though. Yeah, and it's a little bit unfortunate, right? Like, I don't know. I don't think you're ever going to be able to change that to have more than one chief, but it would be nice, right? It would be nice to have something where, somebody can sort of be held accountable for what's going on because that's somebody else that's reflecting on all their decisions together, right? So, yeah, definitely would be a little bit better. I don't think it'll ever happen, though. But wouldn't that be great? Or maybe just, I don't know. I don't want to change the way things are, but maybe just everybody work together, chief and council together as one unit, right? Instead of calling them chief and council, just call them, I don't know, like a government, sort of. There's always ideas on how things can be changed for the better. We all have our own opinions on that as well. Let's move over to, let's go to table number 2, Belinda's table. They're still going strong, lots of ballots there. Like I said, this is the council ballot, so it's a lot of names, a lot of ballots, and it'll definitely take some more time than most of us expect. Well, except for me, because I've done a few of these already. So I kind of expect it to take a little bit longer than normal, right? Somebody was asking me earlier, what time is it going to be done at? And then somebody's like, noon, or midnight. I was like, I don't think it'll be done by midnight. I think it'll be done by 2. They're like, there's no way it'll be done by 2. I was like, well, I just prepare for the worst. And I mean, it's not the worst because it's not that late. I've done some of these that are gone to like 5 in the morning, so that's not that bad at all. But in my mind, I just say, give myself a later time, so that way I'm not sitting there stressing, like, oh man, it's 11:40 now. I'm stressing out because it's 20 minutes I'm supposed to be done and I'm not done yet. There's so much to count. Yeah, I don't want to be like that, right? I want to stay positive, so I just, it's funny. I got to be negative to be positive. Prepare myself for the worst so I can enjoy the best. That's the way it works. Joel says, who's all watching? Say hello. By all means, guys, let me know who's in the room. Say hi. Give me your name. Say, hey, guys, this is so-and-so, or I'm from here, I'm from there. It's different here because when you go on Facebook, you get to see all the names that come in, right? You get to see every person that joins the room, and you're aware of, who you're interacting with. On YouTube, it's a little bit different. It's my first time actually going live on YouTube, and, it's quite different. Peggy, how you doing? Peggy says hello. Yeah, guys, by all means, make your mark. Let everybody know who's in this room, who's watching this live. Put your name out there. Peggy Ahenakew. Sorry, I don't know why I did it when I first came in today, and I'm still doing it now. You imagine that, after 10 hours or 12 hours of doing this, you would have figured it all out and got the pronunciation right. I guess I'm just not there. thank you for liking and sharing the stream. I know there's a few of you guys that like the stream so far, so I appreciate that. Those of you guys that like the stream, especially because on YouTube it's different than Facebook. So when people like and comment on YouTube, it's better for me. And on Facebook, well, it's better for me because I enjoy it more, but it doesn't really do anything logistic wise. On YouTube, everything is logistics, so I'm not trying to grow this channel to become something, wealthy or anything like that, but it'd just be nice to see some more people joining the channel and subscribing to the channel and just liking the production, right? Because honestly, there's a long day when we're doing this, and at the end of the day, after the night is all done and I'm on my way back to the hotel room, the only thing I'm thinking about is I hope everybody enjoyed the production. I hope it was good. So if you guys drop a like or subscribe, or I'll know that you guys enjoyed it. No pressure though. Peggy says good job. Thank you, Peggy. We're gonna move over to table number 3. Let's see what's going on over there. That is Sherry Lynn's table. Marking down names, still going. I still don't understand how I got a report on Facebook. That's like the whole thing that's going on in my head right now is like, who would report me on Facebook and why? There's no reason to do it. But karma shall come your way, I hope. Well, and I shouldn't hope, because then karma's going to come back my way, right? Sorry. Karma is like a big yo-yo, man. It hits you on the way up and on the way down. Leanne Martin says, hi, way to go. How you doing, Leanne? Welcome to the stream. The quality when you stream on YouTube is so much better. It really is. It's so much better. But to be able to get people to come into the room and watch the streams is so much harder, because it's not really a social media platform. It's more or less like a video platform, right? So people just upload videos and stream. And unlike Facebook, where people just randomly go in because they just want to eavesdrop, or they want to check out the gossip or whatever, or they just want to go on people's profiles, or even just to go on there and look for something to buy. It's a totally different platform, right? So harder to get people to come in here. We did have, I think it was close to 70 people in the first stream that I did on YouTube here a few minutes ago before I started this one, and we're currently sitting at 41, so a little lower. I was expecting it to be a little bit higher, and well, we'll see how that works out. The whole goal is to get as many members from your community as possible onto the stream so they can all watch the ballots live. Miss Sanderson. Tiffany Ledo Sanderson, watching from home in Prince Albert, went home and voted in person today. Nice. Good for you, Tiffany. Good way to come around and say hi to the folks, Always gotta stay close to home, right? Tyson says, late to the party, but hello and good luck, my fellow community members that stepped up to run for council or chief. Rayanne says, hi from Kamloops, BC. Welcome, Rayanne. Sarah Star Blanket, good luck, everyone. Tina Smith, hi from Muscadet, or Muscody. Somebody told me it's Muscody. Is that proper? When I went there last time and I was streaming, I was calling it Muscadet, but somebody said it's Muscody. I'll have to confirm that. Welcome to the stream, Tina. No names have been updated on the board yet, so right now we're still in the counting process. It's not Muscody? No. Yeah, and somebody from there actually said it was Muscody, and I was like, really? Because I thought it was Muscody. But I'll never know. Because now you said no, and I don't know if it's no to Muscody or Muscody. It's just the way it is. And so the journey continues and me trying to figure out how to pronounce it properly. Muscote, okay. Muscote, gotcha. Yeah, Joan Bear has been asking me to come down there and do some bingo, but I know we're not allowed to do bingo yet, although I heard that there's going to be restrictions lifted for casinos and stuff on the 20th, so on Sunday. I'm not sure what that means for the bingo community, though. Are they allowed to play bingo? Time will tell, I guess. Muscote. Thank you, Tina. They probably teasing because of your pronunciations. They always do, man. They always do. And I swear to God, like when I came here last time, I actually grabbed a notepad and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to get this right. And I wrote down names and how they pronounce it or how I was told they pronounce it. And well, I still got them wrong. And then I came out here today with my little notepad. I was like, yeah, I'm prepared, gonna do this. And started off with Ahenakew, and everybody's like, no, it's not Ahenakew, it's Ahenakew. And I was like, oh. Or no, I was saying Ahenakew, and they were saying Ahenakew. So, I got it wrong. But yeah, I try to do my best to be professional. And if I gotta do a little bit of research and asking some people how to pronounce names, that's what I'll do. But chances are I'm gonna blow it anyway. And you guys will have a good laugh at it. And I laugh with you guys because honestly, I know I'm getting it wrong sometimes. Not intentionally, but I just know because there's no way I can get it right. Leanne Martin says, casinos are open on Sunday. Open till 3 a.m. Crazy. Well, I guess, the casino industry's been waiting for a long time. Let's move over to table number 1 again. Casinos been waiting for a long time, for them to open, and they've been patient, and I guess they should be patient because really they make millions of dollars, right? So when they're open and they're fully going, they're making tons of money. So throughout this time that the casinos were closed, they didn't make money, but they weren't hurting. They still had money. So right now they're going to come back full swing. I'm sure there's going to be some good promotions. The machines are going to be hungry to be paying. If not, they're going to be hungry to be taking your money. So watch out. You make that own decision on your own. For me, I'm usually a 20-40 guy, and then I'm out. I never go more than 40, man. But it's just for fun for me, right? I don't believe that I'm going to hit the lotto or I'm going to hit the millions on a machine. I don't see it. I just know that if I put in $20 and I win 50, I'm good to go. I'm leaving. Simple man. But pretty exciting. I came here, or not here, but I came to PA a few times, and man, I just wanted to go to Northern Lights Casino. I've never been in there, and I was so choked every time I came that it was closed. And now they're going to be open on Sunday, but I'm going back to Manitoba, and I won't be back here for a while. So I won't be able to see that Northern Lights after all. It's going to be on my bucket list. Might have to come back here. Non-profit organization. All money goes back into the communities. The good thing is that it creates a lot of jobs. Interesting. See, because like in Manitoba and Winnipeg, we got casinos, but they're owned by the government, right? They're owned by Manitoba Lotteries, so the money goes to whatever they decide it goes to. It doesn't necessarily go to a community like here. So that's a lot better. I mean, if I wasn't a gambler, but I knew that me gambling would sort of help support communities, then I might feel a little bit easier about, spending $40 here and there. I won't feel as bad. Although I would feel a lot better if I won some money. I'm sure we all feel like that, right? But yeah, as long as they're doing a good job and they're doing a difference, making a difference with that money that's coming in, then that's a good thing. And there's a couple other ones, like in Manitoba, we have one, Swan Lake First Nation. They got their own casinos set up too, right? And they got their own lounges set up, and that really helps to bring in revenue for them to be able to create these programs for the youth. They got lots of great youth programs there, and they really truly invest in the youth out there. So it'd be nice to be able to see that kind of stuff happening in different communities, especially around here in Saskatchewan, right? There can be a lot more change coming your way if there's some extra ways to create funding, right? And Usually funding is created from different ways, so it can be from resources from the community itself, whether it be water, trees, or dirt, or rocks, or there's different ways that you can have income through those resources. Then there's the resources through grants and all that, and I'm just kind of getting sidetracked here because I got some more comments coming in. But it'd just be nice to see more communities growing in a positive direction by being able to establish businesses like this. It doesn't all have to be casinos, but casinos is a good way to get some income into or some revenue into your community, because it's an ongoing thing. There's never going to be a day when people just completely stop gambling. There's always going to be people gambling, right? And they're always going to need a place to go to. So if they're going to a place that helps the community out, much better, in my opinion anyway. Let's see. Leanne Martin says, yes, it makes it fun to work with, knowing that we are supporting not only the Aboriginal communities, but the non-Aboriginal communities as well. And that makes a huge difference, honestly. Because there's so many ways that money can change the world, and unfortunately it never changes the world in the right ways. But when you got the right people in charge of that money, they can make a real difference, right? It's kind of like leadership in communities or in governments or anywhere else in the world. If you got the right people leading, well, things are going to go in a positive direction, right? That's just the way it always will work out. Because good people never let things go bad. They just do everything they can to make things better. At least as far as I know, anyway. I could be wrong. Joe says, I heard people say that they feel safer at SIGA casinos than at other casinos. I wouldn't know. I don't go often. Yeah, maybe you're right. I'm not sure either, because I've never been to any of the casinos here. The only one that I got a chance to see was, I think it's called Painted Hand. I think that's what it's called, Painted Hand Casino. That's the only one that I had a chance to go into, and it was nice. It was really beautiful. I enjoyed it. I mean, given I wasn't there very long, because like I said, I'm only a 20-40 guy. I spent 20 or 40 bucks and I'm out. And in that one, I only spent 20 bucks and I left. But it was a really nice location. I really enjoyed it. Blair McNeely, when are we gonna know who the head honcho is? Well, we're gonna do all the ballots first for council, so that's the first part. Then, so you guys are gonna know who's been elected for council before you know who's been elected for chief. That's gonna come at the end. But I'm saying we're looking at almost 11 o'clock, an hour from now, maybe. The guesstimate is an hour from now. I'm thinking about an hour and a half from now. Rod Arriagada, how you doing? Good evening and good luck to all candidates running. Good evening, Rod. How you doing? I like your name, man. Good choice. Aliyah Tate, good luck to the candidates. Right on, and thank you guys for sharing the stream. Honestly, I appreciate it. I mean, we're back up to 60 again, so we got, the people. There was 69 people when I first streamed on YouTube, and I had to cut it short because there was no chatting, and so I restarted the stream in order to get the chatting going in here, and yeah, much better. Now we got up to 66 people, and thank you. That's all because of you guys. And Joe says it was hard to choose between 60 candidates, and I'm sure that was. I mean, I'm looking at the board right now. I see all the names on the board, and it's overwhelming. It really is. Even, well, let's go back over here. I'll show you guys the candidates list right now. You guys already know the candidates, but you just by looking at the candidates list, you look at the chief list and you're thinking, okay, well, I can say those, no problem. But then you look at the council and it's like, oh my God, do I really want to read every single one of those names? It's a never-ending list. I can only imagine what it feels like for somebody that's coming in to vote. It's got to be overwhelming, especially if you don't know who you're voting for, right? It's got to be overwhelming, man. I like it better with the chat. The way it was set up before, I had it so it was kid friendly. So when it's kid friendly, you can't chat because there may be some bad things being said or whatever. So they usually, anything that's kid related, no comments. And I didn't know that because, once again, this is my first time streaming live on YouTube. Normally I just upload on YouTube. So it's a little bit different experience, but now I know, right? Definitely, if you want to have some chat, can't be restricted like that. And I think it's a lot better when people are interacting. It's more entertaining for both the viewers and myself, and for the people that happen to tune in eventually and watch the streams, they kind of get to see a little bit of that, and they enjoy the conversations. And maybe sometimes you got people that watch a stream like 2 weeks after it's been uploaded, and they're commenting on it like as if it's live. It happens. I've seen it a few times. Sometimes I laugh, sometimes I just see it as it is. Kelly Ahenakew, how you doing? Kelly says hi or hello. How you doing, Kelly? Welcome to the stream. Another thing that I don't know about YouTube is the length of time that you can stream. I have no idea if it's unlimited or if there's X amount of hours. I know that you can upload up to 16 hours, but I'm not sure about streaming. That we're going to find out at some point. Hopefully we won't find out like the way I found out that I got restricted on Facebook or blocked on Facebook or reported on Facebook. Because that was a hard awakening right there, man. Like, I was stressed. I came back, I set up the equipment, I was all good to go, and I started streaming, and it was like I lost the signal. Like, what's going on? And I was like, oh man. And then I'm looking up and I'm trying to figure out, like, how does this not work? Like, I got full signal, but it's not giving me any of the signal. And then it's telling me, like, I'll call my phone, right? And like, have you ever gone on Google to try to see what's wrong with you, and they end up with a completely different symptom or diagnostic that you thought you had originally? Well, that's kind of what happened with me when I was trying to figure out what's going on with the stream. Like, why am I getting kicked? Why am I getting no signal? Well, it's telling me, well, you might have too much stuff in storage. You might need to erase some videos and stuff. So, me being the professional that I am at heart, I'm like, well, what do I sacrifice? I just started looking for anything and everything that I can just erase from my computer, because the only concern that I had was making sure that I got to go live for you guys so you guys can watch the ballot counts. I didn't care about anything else at that point. So I went and erased probably like 300 files, videos, and work that I actually did that took me hours to do. I erased all of it because I was like, you know what, it's taking up space and I just need to get this going. And at the end, I found out that it wasn't because of that I actually been reported on Facebook, and I erased all those files for no reason, man. So I'm gonna have to go back and do a little bit of work over the next little while and kind of make up for all that stuff that I erased. It's all right though. I created it, so I should be able to recreate it, right? Not a big deal. It'll just take me some time. Learning experiences today, that's for sure. Joe says, yeah, I didn't know everyone on the ballot, but what if they were the better choice for our community? Well, and see, Joe, that this is the reason why I feel that, doing the candidates forums is so important for each community. Because, like you said, you don't know who you're voting for. You don't know the person, and maybe they're not even from the community, like they're off reserve members, right? You don't know. But so you come in here, you're supposed to vote. So what happens is you walk in, you got 60 names, and you don't know all 60, but you know 10. Who are you going to vote for? Right? You're going to vote for the 10 that you know, because, well, that's who you know. People always go with what they know versus what they believe in. Because what we know is solid. What we believe in is just what we think of, what we believe may happen, right? So, yeah. You never know. But you got to have faith in the process, and, maybe you could have picked somebody better from the people that you picked. You don't know that. You will not know that, because the only way to find out is if that person gets elected, and then you get to see how good or bad they were, right? So just hope that the people that you voted for were the right ones, and hopefully everybody else feels like those people were the same that you thought. They're perfect leaders for your community, and maybe, you picked 12 for 12. Who knows? Or 13 for 13 if you count the chief ballot, right? Either way, the only thing you can do when you go vote is just think about the situation and just do your best that you can, right? So pick the people that you know are reliable people, that you know have the potential to be great leaders. Pick that. And, if it's not 12 and it's only 2, and so be it. It's only 2, right? But definitely overwhelming when you're looking at 60 names, man, for sure. I mean, like I said earlier, I was trying to call out the names on that list, and I was like, oh man, do I really want to open that door? Because I'm going to be here for a while. And I really was. Shelly Ahenakew says, good luck to all the candidates. Kerwin Cutknife says, $10, says it's Uton. So, I don't know. I'm not betting you, man, because I have no idea. I have no idea who's going to win. But Kerwin says $10 on Uton. Anybody want to take him up on that? I'm not. I should, though, but I don't even know. Honestly, I have no idea. I mean, members from the community will have an idea basically of, you know, who should be coming through. Not necessarily who will come through, but who should be coming through according to, you know, how everybody knows everybody, right? But you never really know, man, until all the votes are counted. That's when you find out. And sometimes you'd be surprised, man. Sometimes you feel like this person is guaranteed to win because no matter what, they're guaranteed to win. And then somebody comes in and beats them by 3-4 votes. You just never know. That's the beauty about the election process, is that it's fair and it allows everyone to make a choice. And making a choice is much better than a dictatorship, I'll tell you that much. If you don't believe me, ask anybody that lived in Cuba while Castro was there. Although people adored Castro, I'm not sure why, but a lot of people did. Tyson says, don't question your choices, Joe. If any of us were better, we would have done more to reach people. If any of us were better, we would have done more to reach people. It is out of our hands now, though. Let's just pray for an outcome that will benefit everyone. And yeah, you're right. So once again, I'm going to go back to the candidates forum thing, because once again, like you said, people could have done a little bit more to get more support. But I think that a lot of people did fairly well. The only thing that some of them could have done a little bit better maybe is just go one-on-one, right? So knocking on doors and talking to people. But unfortunately, because of COVID-19 restrictions, you're not really allowed to do that, and you're not really supposed to do that. So a lot of people kind of stepped off from it. They didn't even try to do it. Well, let's go back to the bigger view here. Let's just move this all back. Move this all back. We're just waiting. I think, are they still calling on names, or are they on a break? One table's on a break. One table's still going. I think 2 tables are on a break right now. So I'm trying to move this over a little bit. You can capture these tables. Table number 3 is done. I believe they counted all their ballots. I could be wrong. Maybe they're on a break too, but it looks like they might have been done already. We're going to find out soon enough. Yoten. Pensito, is it Yoten or Uden, man? I'm not sure. Let's go, says Spencito. Hey, finally made it. Good luck to all. How you doing, Chad? Welcome. Kerwin says, I've studied the Ahenakew family and AHTAHKAKOOP history. Amazing family from a great community. Spencito says, exactly. It's so important to have good leadership. It really is. And, you know, because you guys all grew up in the same community, you kind of have an idea as the years go by on, you know, who are the ones that have the leadership skills and who are the good people, the ones that you can believe in and all that. But never knock out the people that you know were on a bad path, because sometimes people that are on a bad path can find their way back onto a good path. And when they find their way back onto a good path, they can become some of the strongest leaders you ever met, because a person can never get ahead without standing up on their own 2 feet when they're down. So believe me on that. People that are in a bad path that can change your life and turn it for a better path, those are incredibly powerful people. They can make a real difference because they understand both sides of the coin, the good and the bad. They understand that they've made the proper choice to just be good, and they just roll with it, and they just make everything happen because they truly believe in the new person that they are. So don't knock all those bad people out. Some of them are going to change and they're going to become better people. But a lot has to do with, the community itself and the people around them, right? So the people around them have to be able to support that person and lift them up to become something better. And then the community has to ensure that, they don't stray away from what they're trying to become, right? Teamwork. It's the only way it works. Audio Friend 8. Someone kill me. That is your name. The Ahenakew family washed battery acid out of my hair in a nearby pothole. Chad says, any updates on the numbers? Can you zoom in on the list? Nothing's been updated yet, Chad. We're just waiting. You kind of tune in at a good time because they're about, I'm going to say maybe halfway or close to halfway on the councillor ballots. So we're getting close to getting updated on the board. So you tune in at a good time. You didn't miss on a lot. Leonard McCollum says, Uton will be a great leader. He's an amazing person who has heart. So important, man. So important when you pick somebody that they have to have heart, passion, direction, and focus. Those are the biggest thing. And on the flip side of that, you gotta find somebody that's honest, respectful, and loyal to the community. That's the perfect qualities to a leader. You ain't got moderators? I'm not sure what it was that I was supposed to erase. I don't see anything bad right now, and if there is something bad, then I'll erase it right now. Yeah, I'm trying to go back and see if there was anything there. I don't see anything bad. I'm not sure, man, but you got to calm down a little bit, man. I got to start removing some of your... I know that you're really passionate about what you're saying, but I have to delete questions or comments that, seem to come across like they're not good. Kerwin says, Edward and Barry Ahenakew, amazing men. I've learned a lot of quality lessons through books and media about them or written by them. Audio friend says the Uton stopped him from committing and gave him work in the mines. Audio says, love him with all my heart. Nothing wrong with that, man. Sounds like he's a great person. That's what you want, right? Like, I've seen that there's a lot of communities that are kind of, I guess, flipping the script, so to speak. There's been people that have been there before, and new faces are coming in, and all these new faces that are coming in are very hopeful. And the one thing that's common from everybody that's being elected is that they're good people, right? They're good people with good hearts and people that people believe in. Not always the case in every community, but for the most part, from what I've seen so far, most of them, that's the way it kind of works. Spencito, keep it related, and I'm gonna remove this one right now. It's nothing bad, but I just remove it because it has nothing to do with what we're looking at. All right, so now you're being sarcastic, man. Well, I'll tell you what. You have a choice to just stop, or I can just remove you. I'll remove the comments, man. Maybe I'm not seeing the comments. I'm not sure what's going on, man. Let's keep it clean, though, guys. Yeah, I'm confused right now. I'm trying to look at all the comments, and I just don't see where this all started. Hmm. Yeah, I think I might just have to. Trying to figure this out. Well, we're gonna start off by putting you in a timeout. Well, I don't think we're going to be seeing him comment anymore. At first, it sounded like he was being a nice guy and genuine, and then he just kind of, became something different. So, sorry, man. You got to go. Aaliyah Tate says, good luck to Jerry Tate and Ashton Williams. Peggy says, thank you. You're welcome. Spencito says, good luck, Uden. Any inkling as to who's in the lead? No idea right now. No idea, but I can tell you that we're getting closer. Well, yes and no, we are and we're not. Let's go do a little view of the room. So we're going to go into main table here. What you're looking at is the amount of ballots that are on the table, plus the ones that are in that bin right there. So that's all the ballots for that table. Table 2. Well, it looks like they're almost done on that table for their counts. They got, I'm going to say maybe like 100 more votes or ballots to go through on that table. I could be wrong, but it looks around that much. Table number 3. Let's see what they got going on. Table number 3 looks like they're getting close to being done as well. Try to see if I can zoom in some more, but yeah, I think she only has a little bit left. Looks like maybe 50. The stack on the right side of her is the ones that are done. The one on the left, which you can barely see, are the ones that need to go still. See that? So we're getting pretty close. Not close enough, but close. Half hour, 40 minutes, something like that. The council ballots should be done. I'm assuming around that time. I could be wrong. Always get somebody in every crowd, it just never fails. There's always got to be somebody that has to rock the boat, so to speak. Tyler says, time for change. How much longer will the counting be? Well, the original time that everybody was sort of given, it was just a guesstimate, was for midnight. We're now sitting at 11:16, so that would be around 41 minutes. Or wait, 44 minutes. And I don't think they're gonna be done in 44 minutes. So my guess is that it's probably gonna be done by like 1:30. Originally, when somebody asked me, I said it's not going to be done till 1:30, 2 o'clock. Right now, I'm still guessing it's going to be around 1:30. But you never know, it might go faster. So many ballots. Yeah, there's a lot of them, man. Kerwin wants to know a rough estimate on the results. Can do. Wish I could help, but I can't. Hello, is anyone there? Oh, I guess we're just gonna keep going. Is this bingo? No, it's not bingo. It looks like bingo though, but no, it's not. They say counting can be done at 12 a.m. but can go on later, like 2 a.m. Yeah, so that's like I said, originally they thought it was all going to be done by 12, but I know better. When somebody says it's going to be done by 12, I just automatically add 2 hours on top of that because you just never know. And that goes with the same thing that I was saying earlier, where I'd rather be ready for the worst than ready for the best, you know? So for me, I was kind of, not that 2 o'clock is the worst, because to me, the worst scenario would be like we're here till 8 o'clock in the morning. That would be like, oh my God, I can't believe we're just there all day long, 24 hours. That would be the worst case scenario. So right now, 2 o'clock would be all right by me. But it's looking like maybe 1:30. That's what I'm thinking right now, guys. Yeah. I don't know.
Next vote is Rod Arriagada. On the right, we got Landon Saskatchewan. Rodney Saskatchewan. The last one was Ashton. Next one, Rod Arriagada. Being General.
Yeah, sorry guys, but you know, you can keep coming in and keep trying, and I'm just gonna keep, you know, removing and blocking, and essentially you might get your little joy for a second, but you're gonna lose in the long run because you're actually missing out. But whatever your point of view is, it is what it is. Tina Smith says, I'm sitting at the edge of my seat. AHTAHKAKOOP has a lot of good people that come from good families. Also sending good luck to Jerry Tate and Ashton Williams. TJ says, I forgot to go vote today due to a dentist appointment. Yeah, that's too bad, man. It's unfortunate, honestly, because every vote actually counts, man. So it would have been good to have you come out. There was a lot of people that came out today. I'm going to find out those numbers at some point. Then I'm going to relate those numbers to you guys so you guys know how many people came out to vote. But it looked like it was a pretty good turnout. I could be wrong because I'd never been here before for an election prior to this one, so maybe the numbers weren't as big as last time. I can't really say yay or nay on that one, but it did seem to me like it was fairly busy and it was a good turnout. That's just my own opinion. .306 Art says, expect trolls to tune in and comment nonsense. Just gotta throw down the ban hammer, man. Thanks for doing this. You're very welcome. And honestly, guys, like, I don't know, like the people that are in here right now, they're just kind of clowning around and all that stuff. Just understand that I went through a lot to be able to get this on YouTube, or not just on YouTube. I didn't go through a lot to get it on YouTube. I went through a lot to get this on the air for everybody to watch because there was a lot of blocking going on. I had restrictions on Facebook and not allowed to comment on your page or anything like that. Somebody reported me for some odd reason, and so I had to go through a lot just to be able to get this on the stream so you guys can watch it. But part of that is because, like I said earlier, I'm a professional at heart, and I'm always trying to make sure that I deliver my production. So if somebody hires me, I want to do everything I can in my power to be able to deliver what I was hired for, and so that's what I've done, right? So you can come on here and joke around and all that, but just understand that there was a lot of efforts to be able to get this on right now for you guys to be able to watch. It almost went all night without anybody being able to watch any of this happen, and then so many people would have been upset because they even didn't get a chance to see anything. So the fact that we're here and that you guys are able to enjoy this, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Just enjoy it. Leave the clowning around for, friends and that. or for another day. Leon Martin says, just checked the What's Happening AHTAHKAKOOP group admin side, and it was not from there. Yeah, I'm not sure. All I know is that I got reported today, and it happened between me stopping the stream and trying to start the stream, so within an hour and a half window. But I'm not sure. Tyler wants to know if I'm from AHTAHKAKOOP. I am not. I'm from Manitoba. I'm a neutral party, so I get hired because I don't have an invested interest. Excuse me. I don't have an invested interest in any of the outcomes whatsoever. To me, all I'm here for is to make sure that I do my job. And a lot of times I make sure that everybody else are doing their job too, because that's just the way I like to be. I'm a strong work ethic type of person. I don't believe in slacking, so which is why I carry myself the way that I carry myself in my profession. Sorry, I had to have some water there. That wasn't professional at all. Yeah, no, I wish I was from AHTAHKAKOOP, man. I think this is a beautiful place, man. It really is. The few communities that I've driven to, that I've been to, that I just think are amazing communities, this is one of the beautiful ones, man. I love the way AHTAHKAKOOP looks. I mean, I don't have to explain that to you guys. You guys are from here, so you guys know the beauty in this community. Can't appeal the Facebook reports? Yeah, I can't do it right now. Like, I sent them something, and I was like, hey, listen, this is like my business, and you guys are destroying me right now. And, you know, I was basically going to go the route, like, if you guys mess with me again, I'm going to sue you. Or if I get fired from this, I'm going to sue you. I was going to go that way, but then I realized I'm in Canada. In Canada, you don't really sue people. In the States, you sue everyone for everything. Somebody sneezes on you, you're sued. Somebody looks at you the wrong way, you're being sued. In Canada, well, you know, hands are tied. And I mean, especially when it comes to a big corporate group like Facebook, right? What am I going to do against them? I don't even have the budget to fight them in court. But I'm going to do my best to appeal, and hopefully they'll consider it, and they'll look at my track record and see that I've never, ever, in all my years on being on any social media, I've never, ever been reported. I've never, ever done anything wrong. So hopefully they'll see that, but I doubt they will. I'll just have to keep on appealing it. These are always rigged, no matter if you watch from afar. You need to watch the hands. Well, that I don't know. We're gonna see different on that one, man, because you got your point of view and I got my point of view as a person that does this work, that streams this work, as a neutral party who has no interest whatsoever in this election or any other election. I just do my work professionally to come out and do. I used to be not I used to be, but I am a professional billiards streamer and commentator. So that's what I do professionally. Outside from this, that is my real passion. So, oh wait, there's something else. Yeah, so I know what I've been doing for a long time, but I'm telling you, from what I've seen so far, none of that stuff goes on. I know what you're thinking about. I know what you're talking about. And each community goes through, you know, those kind of dark times. But with the streaming and having the setup that we do it, I mean, there's just no way that people can do it unless they had something invested in it for themselves. And that's not the case here. Check out table number 3 and see where they're at. Looks like they're almost done. No, she still has that stack. Probably about another 40 left to go. They're a little bit slower on that table. We're going back to the main table and let's zoom in on that one. So you can see, yeah, they're going through the ballots here on this one pretty quick now. They're starting to step up the pace a little bit. There's still a little bit in that bin, but you know, the biggest portion of it is pretty much done, so not too bad at all right now. Looks like we got more trolls in here. Yeah. You know, and they're just gonna keep popping in. I mean, these guys can just pop in anytime, and And that's the reason why I enjoy Facebook over YouTube, because I mean, I don't know, it's so much, the process is a little bit easier for me as a moderator and as a streamer. It's tough sometimes to keep track of all the comments that are going through when you're trying to pay attention to your work, right? And then you're paying attention to the comments and you're not paying attention to your work. So for me, usually my work comes first, and I try to do that overall, but every now and then people slip through. And yeah, I'm not sure what your deal is, man, but sorry.
And I guess you wondered about Ryan Peterson. Another one. Candid Hyman. That's his name. Oh, again. Oh.
Joe says odds are in favor for, oh wait, where's that coming from?
Kathy Ahenakew,
Oh, that's Jimmy Crickets. He had commented that Ahenakew was going to be elected chief, and then Joe was answering saying the odds are in favor for an Ahenakew chief by default, 3 out of 5 chance. Either way it goes, our community is strong and will get stronger. David Musascapo says Uden for chief.
Eric Ahenakew, Marvin General, Cheyenne McCann, Elmer Masakapo, Steve Isaac.
Kerwin says AHTAHKAKOOP corrupt and question marks. You haven't seen Hobima, and I'm not sure where that is. Tyler wants to know what's your name. Whose name? My name?
Eric Ahenakew, Rhoda Little,
Gonna move over to table number 2, see what's going on over there. They're still counting too, man. Or no, wait, I think they're done counting. I think now they're just confirming. I think. I might be wrong, but I think. I'll let you guys know as things get changed and they start getting updated. I will let you guys know. Absolutely. Peggy says, oh wait, what do we got? Ruby says, just want to say good luck to everyone running. Thank you, Ruby, and welcome to the stream. Peggy says thank you, and she also says we do have a beautiful community and the people in it. I agree. I mean, I met some people here throughout today and last time when I came in for the nominations meeting, and some great people, honestly. Very friendly and lots of joking around and laughing. It was good-hearted people from what I can see. Yeah, the same person you keep blocking is making new accounts. I can see that, and it's become kind of an ordeal.
Ready? Lane General, Tyler Hero, Gerald Reyes. And we got 4 in a row here. George Pickens, Chad Pickens, Ryan Pickens, Wanda Pickens. Next ballot. Ben Ahenakew, Burton Ahenakew, Lannster Ahenakew, Connie Bird, Karen Reyes, Carmen Little, Darwin Little, Leona Martin, Jordan McNeil, Francis Sakamoose, Cindy Tucusis, Cindy Williams, Johnson. Next one.
Yeah, I just keep blocking and removing, and honestly, like, the person that keeps doing this, man, you're a special kind of person, because for some reason you get a joy out of doing something stupid like this. I don't get it, man. You're consuming more time with just wasting time. Honestly, that's all you're doing. There's a lot of people here who are looking for some results and who are looking forward to the ballots being done, and you're sitting here clowning around, man. I don't get it. I guess not everybody grows up. I thought I put this thing that it was not for kids, but I guess kids got let in somehow anyway.
Kippy Ahenakew, Glenn Ahenakew,
Kieran Northwest says, every reserve is corrupt. They speak of empty hopes and promises. Once people get on council or become chief, their plans always change, or they come up with excuses about the change they promised. Well, I guess in all fairness, you can say the same thing about the government of Canada and every other government out there too, right? I mean, everybody promises something, right? What did Joe Biden promise? And what has he done? What did Trump promise? What did he do? Right? It's just the way it is. But you can't blame the people that got elected for not doing their job. You got to blame the people that elected the person that got elected for getting them in that job. That's the reality of it. If, there's 1,000 votes and 600 votes went to somebody that shouldn't have been elected, something was wrong with that, right? Just an example. I'm not saying that's the way it is, but you can't blame somebody without blaming everyone when it comes to an election, because the majority of the votes are the ones that win, right? It's not just whoever chose that person to be a leader. It's everyone chose that person to be a leader, right? So, and I mean, if a community makes a bad choice and you pick somebody that's bad, why re-elect them, right? Why go through the trouble of re-electing them when you know nothing good came out of it? I'm just saying, this is just conversation, guys. Let's not get too engaged in anything here. Harmony says, I want to say good luck to all the candidates and to the guy hosting. I think you're doing a good job. Thank you, Harmony. And it's a little tough to balance between, people being trolls and messing around and trying to do the job and trying to be professional and paying attention to all the details. It's a little bit of a juggle, but fortunately for me, I can handle it. So I'm just going to keep going. Thank you for the compliment. Kieran says, don't compare us to them. That's where the corruption starts, is when they try to mimic these bad world leaders and trying to follow their governance. Well, I didn't necessarily compare you guys to them. I'm just comparing everyone in general, because that's just the way it works. And I mean, I go with Trump and Biden because, well, guess what? They were just in the spotlight, right? Back in January and December and November, that's all everybody was talking about was Trump and Biden. So that's the reason why I brought them up. But I could have brought up any other president from any other country, and it would have been the same scenario anyway, for the most part. For the most part. I'll repeat that just in case. 306 Art says, you're doing a great job, man. Thanks for streaming. You're very welcome. Sarah Star Blanket says, AHTAHKAKOOP is a beautiful place and a lot of amazing people. Let's get a lot of thumbs up. Promote positive, not these negative people. Good job, MC. Remove the haters. Thank you. And you're right. Like, people should just be focusing on the positive. How are you gonna try to pretend that tomorrow is gonna be a better day if you can't make today a better day? Right? That's the way it's supposed to be. Make every day a better day. And when people are, like the trolls here creating negativity, that doesn't help anyone. When's the last time that somebody did something negative that helped anyone? Never. So why even bother, man? I mean, maybe you grew up with that, put on you, right? So you got a lot of negativity put on you, and that's the only thing you know how to reflect back onto the world, because that's how you were raised. But at some point, you got to stop and say, man, what am I doing? When are you just joking around, and when are you just not being a good person? Right? At some point, you got to wake up and just stop and just shake it off and reset. I'm one of those people that just believes on people being able to change for the positive as long as they want to change for the positive. And it all starts with you, man. I mean, I myself was knee-deep in trouble growing up. I was deep in trouble, right? And I mean, I never even knew if I was ever going to be out here enjoying life or I was going to be locked up in prison. Like, that's how bad my life was when I was young. And here I am, changed my life around completely and doing positive things all my life for the rest of my life. And like I'm saying, at some point you got to just stop and wake up and just say, hey man, I'm out of line here. Time for me to make a difference. Or not. It's up to you. For me, I choose to make a difference. A positive one. Tyler says, not to be rude, buddy, but can we listen to the votes for a little bit? Well, you can try, but there's 3 tables calling out names. You're not going to get any of them. I was told to just talk and keep updating people as I go along because there was no way that I could mic up all 3 tables. And if I did mic up all 3 tables, you would have been hearing a bunch of random names at the same time. It wouldn't have been any good for you anyway. But I understand. I understand where you're coming from.
This says March 12th, right?
Lannster Ahenakew says, I'm watching. Thank you for your filming. Keep your opinions to yourself in an election. You're creating the problem. We need fair elections, hypocrite. I don't think you're talking to me, but you might be.
Could be, it's a mark, but it's well over that. 1, 2, 3, 13.
Yeah, Lee, I'm not sure if you're mad at me or somebody else, man. I don't get it. It seems a little hostile, though.
So what do we got here?
Kieran says, what happened to electing the most useful and most wisest person in the tribe as chief, like back in the day when things were more simple? We want to break away from the government, yet we follow. Yeah, we follow the Indian process of election for our chief and council. You were doing good, do the good you can do, but if you want us to watch the election, be quiet. All right, man. Is that your opinion or everyone else's opinion? I mean, there's times that I don't want to watch something, so I just don't watch it, right? Or maybe I don't want to hear anything, so I just mute it. There's an option for you. But if everybody else wants me to stay quiet, then I can bring it down a little bit and we can just watch everything as it goes along. That's no problem for me. It saves me my voice and some energy. Tyler says, no problem.
And you, ma'am, Jerry Tate, Cindy Williams, Johnson. Okay, Ernest Ahenakew, Russell Ahenakew, Mavis Benjamin, Lane.
Well, I'm not going to relate your comments, Kieran, but in a sense, I'm going to kind of answer your thing because you don't necessarily have to be a council member or be elected chief to make a difference in your community. Anybody can do it, right? Anybody can do it. It's just a matter of wanting to make a change, wanting to create positive change.
She gave Graham, the old Graham, find Graham, find a valuable Graham reaches right here. Find one.
The Undertaker fan wants to hear the names being called out. Sure. Chad says, keep up the great work. Keep chatting. Helps with the interest level. Well, that's the reason why I do it. And, because I understand that people want to engage and interact. And I understand that it makes it a little bit easier to watch. But a couple of people asking me to be quiet. So I'm just going to take a quick break and just be quiet for a little bit. Walk out and get some air and refresh a little bit. Definitely exerting myself here with a lot of energy by talking so much. That is what I get paid to do. I'll be back, guys. Enjoy the stream.
Put a mark on there that you want. Alright, guys, ready? Alright, Ben Ahenakew, Tanya Bird, Lane General, that is good. Cheyenne, Rhoda LeDuc, Jordan, Eliza Sasakos, Stanley Sasakos, Leon Thomas, Ashton Williams, Cindy Williams, Johnson. Next one, short. ballot, Marty Ahenakew. Right side, Rodney Saskatchewan. Ryan Saskatchewan. Alexander Scott. Wanda Star Blanket. And Leon Thomas. Excellent. Kathy Ahenakew. Karen Rez. Pat Twister. Darlene Little. Leona Martin. Look at that. Conrad Sackamos. Jerry Tate. Dion Thomas. Ready? Eric Four here. Aaron Messacapo, Alan Messacapo, David Messacapo, Elmer Messacapo. Then we go down to Barry Saskatchewan. And then you're going to get Alexander Scott Cindy Fitusis, and Kevin White. Next one, Clifford Ahenakew, Russell Ahenakew, Cheyenne LaChance, Barry Saskatchewan, Rodney Saskatchewan, Leon Thomas. So Barry Saskatchewan, Rodney Saskatchewan, Leon Thomas. Wait, are we ready? Glenn Bird, that's it. Wonder who's that. Russell Ahenakew, Pat Isbister, Chad Pikakoot, Rodney Saskatchewan. Good boy. Cody Bowman, General. Carmen Little, Elmer Messacapo, Elmer Messacapo. And you get one, Rodney. Next one is Tanya Bird, General Marvin. Barry Saskatchewan. And you get the rest, man. Stanley Saskatchewan and Dion Thomas. Yeah, you don't we're touching these things. Russell Ahenakew. Mavis Benjamin. Nadine General. Alan Messacapo. Barry Saskatchewan. And there you go, Miss Eliza. This one, Saskatchewan. And the next two are going to be Ryan Saskatchewan and Stanley. Okay. Next ballot is Eric Ahenakew, Russell Ahenakew. Four in a row here, ready? Bryce is Mr. James is Mr. Pat is Mr. Tyson is Mr. Carmen Little. David Messacapo. Rodney Saskatchewan. Cindy Lucy's. Ashton Berlin. Okay, ready? Kathy Ahenakew. And the two is with Bryce, Mr. James, followed by Aaron Messacapo, David Messacapo, Barry Saskatchewan, and next one, Dean General, Marvin General. Three on the right, we got Chad Piku, Conrad Saskatchewan. And you get one to Southern. Next ballot. Donna Bird, Gracie Lister, Rhoda Leduc, Doolittle, Aaron Messacapo, David Messacapo, Elmer Messacapo, Elijah Saskatchewan, Stanley Saskatchewan, Alexander Scotland, Gary Tate, and Cindy Williams. Next one, Lanny Ahenakew, Lanny Ahenakew, Ronald Ahenakew, Cody Bowman, Rhoda Leduc, Carmen Little, Kim Little, David Messacapo, Elmer Messacapo, Chad Piku, and the last two are Alexander Scotland.
All right, I'm back. I had to go for a quick breather, reset the mind.
And we got a bunch of them over here. Aaron Messacapo, Alan Messacapo, David Messacapo, Elmer Messacapo, Jesse Messacapo. Okay? Barry Messacapo. And then we got three here. Ready? Alexander Scotland.
Ooh. Okay. Sorry, guys. I missed a few things. I went out for a break and I just got off the phone altogether because somebody made me sour. Let's see. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna erase all these things, guys. I'm gonna block people and stuff too.
You done?
Oh, it looks like table number 1 is done.
Yeah. Look at that's all there is. That's all there is.
Table number 1 is done. Table number 3 is almost done. Table number 2, I believe, is done. So we're almost done with the council ballots, sounds like. There's going to be some updating going on soon.
Are you ready? Kathy Ahenakew, Glenn Bird, Pat Lister. You caught these, right? Darlene Little, Aaron Messacapo, Samson Messacapo, Chad Piku, Ryan Piku, Barry Saskatchewan, and we go with Rodney Saskatchewan, Ryan Saskatchewan, Ashton Williams. Next one, Burton Ahenakew, Clifford Ahenakew, Peggy Ahenakew, Dean General, Marvin General, Pat is Lister, and we have two on the right, Chad Piku.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on. I erased this guy and I blocked him and not sure what he was saying. I didn't get a chance to read it. I'd seen a couple of things and it just looked really bad, so I just took it off right away.
Landon gets one, Saskatchewan, Rodney. Are you okay? Ryan. Saskatchewan, and Cindy Williams. Here we go. Colin Ahenakew, Penny Ahenakew. Rice is Lister, Tyson is Lister.
I got some comments. I'm going to go back here and see what I got. So if I can answer any questions that you guys may have.
Here we go. Glenn Bird. Glenn Bird. Dean General, Lane General, Marvin General. James is Lister. Barry Saskatchewan. And you get one Stanley Saskatchewan. This one has a couple. Lane General, Jordan McNeely. That's it. Good boys.
Daryl Pikakoot says, good luck to all candidates. AHTAHKAKOOP strong. That might have been a while ago because I was out on a break. I needed a breather. Harmony says, it was better with me talking. Well, I'm back, and I never really stopped talking, but I just understand when somebody is like just being negative, it's better just to let them be themselves because there's no point in engaging with somebody that doesn't want to change their mentality. It's just a waste of time. So instead of wasting my time dealing with that, I just went outside to get some air. At least I enjoyed my time then a little bit more. The Undertaker says he was too loud. I can't hear the names being called out. You never would have been able to hear them anyway, man, because the tables are not mic'd up, and you can hear a fainted bit of their voice, but you can't really hear it. The only reason it seems like you can hear it is just because I'm talking on the mic, so it picks up the noise. But if I don't talk on the mic, it doesn't pick up any of the noise. Yeah, I'm doing my best to, I'm trying to block everything and remove everything.
Davis, Cody Bowman, ready? No, Pat is visiting. Tyson is visiting.
It's not like we can keep track. At least there was a conversation going. Yeah, you're right. I was trying to get a conversation going for you guys, for sure.
When you get the last two, Kevin Williams, again.
Joe says, why troll and an election stream? No idea. Some people just don't got anything better to do, man. That's their pastime. The response and the reactions is what makes it worth it. So just don't give them that. Honestly, they don't care about what anybody's opinions is or anything. They just want to get reactions. That's what it's all about. The best reaction is none. And of course, blocking. Leon Martin says, how much more votes per table do you think they have left to count? So like I said just a little while ago, I think number 1 was done and they split up the remaining. I'm gonna get an update. Are they done? Nobody's done?
Demetrius, you might want with Wanda on it.
Oh yeah, no, they're not done yet. They're still going, but table 1 is done, so they're helping out the other tables now. So because one table is done right now and the other ones are still going, that one table that's done, which is Patrol Officer Burke Ratty's table, the more experienced table, they're going to be able to run through these a little bit faster. Not because they're better or anything like that, but because now there's an extra table working with the other 2 tables, so that kind of speeds up the process for the other 2 tables now.
Alexander, Wanda gets one, so you're even. And Evan Williams.
Oh, there's a lot more comments on there. Sorry, guys. Joe says, do the other elections you cover have rank chats like this? You know, most of the times, all the elections that I've covered so far, they've all been pretty good. There's been the odd time when you get somebody that's like that. You know, sometimes you even get people that are trying to be violent and stuff on there. But for the most part, people are good. They have good topics. Most people that tune in to watch a stream for an election, they usually just care about their community. They usually just want to engage because they're excited about what's going to happen, who's going to get elected. They don't usually just go on a stream just to be, I don't know, a nuisance. Right?
Next one, Lane General Gerald.
So for the most part, every stream that I've done, most people have been really good because, like I said, they just want to be there to be a part of it so they can watch everything happen, so they can enjoy the moments and then celebrate the new election, right? The new leaders, if there's any new leaders, or the re-election, if there's a re-election. I have a good feeling about table 1. Yeah, good. Table 1's done, so they're just catching up.
Next one, here we go. Full one. Tipsy Ahenakew, Eric Ahenakew, Pat is Mr. Here's 5 in a row. Aaron Messicapo, Alan Messicapo, David Messicapo, Alan Messicapo, Jesse Messicapo.
AHTAHKAKOOP strong.
Zachamos, followed by Alexander Starblanket, Cindy Tusis, Kevin Williams. That's it. Next one is almost the same, you guys. Eric Ahenakew.
Oh, that guy was still going? Lee, you got some anger issues, man.
Followed by Aaron Messicapo, Alan Messicapo, David Messicapo,
Yeah, there's way too much background noise, man. I guess this guy just doesn't get it. Lee, don't make me kick you, man. Don't make me kick you. Don't make me block you, man. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be patient with you, man. But you're just pushing, and I don't get it. I don't get why. Like, what's your agenda, man? Do you think that listening to 3 people call names at the same time is going to do something for you? Like, you're not. It's not going to do anything for you, man. That's why they're not mic'd up. If it was just one table, one person calling out names, it would be 100% mic'd up right now, and I would be 100% quiet. I guarantee it. Because if you go back to watch the other streams, and any one of the streams that I do when it comes to the ballot counts, I usually don't talk, because the mic is always set up for them so everybody can hear the names being called out. To me, that's my number one priority, to make sure that everybody hears the names being called out. But in this situation, you got 3 tables, 3 different people calling names out. You're not going to hear anything, man. That's the reason why we went this route. Let's just try to understand it for what it is and give it a break, man. I'm doing my job. I don't tell you how to do yours, right? Yeah, and that's what I was saying to Lee too. Just mute the stream, man. You don't want to hear the voice, mute the stream. You're not going to hear names anyway, so it solves 2 problems with one mute, right? There's a little volume button. That's it. Yeah, Lee, it's your turn to go for a smoke, man. I'm only kidding now. Honestly, I'm a good guy, and I'm just trying to, be lighthearted. But my job, what I do as a profession, man, is to go and do video productions with commentary. That's what I do as a profession. That's who I am. So you're gonna get this. This is who I am. This is what I do, man. Troy says, "Good luck, everyone." Flyer says, "Hope you had a good afternoon." Troy, who's in the lead? Does anyone know? At the moment, we don't have an answer for any of that because none of the numbers have been updated on the board yet. Right now, they're just doing the ballot counts. So I can tell you that this is the main table, table number 1. They finished their amount of ballots that they had. I guess they divided all the ballots, so they got theirs done a little bit faster. And now table number 3 and table number 2 are still counting theirs. But table number 1, because they're done, they picked up some of the load from the other tables, and now they're continuing to help count the ballots for council. So we're getting fairly close. I'm gonna say well, I know that they just got their ballots on this table, so they're gonna be done probably within 15 minutes. Table number 2 looks like, well, I don't know for sure because they have a box right beside them, so I'm assuming that that box is empty and that's where all the ballots that have been counted go in. But maybe there's more ballots in that box right beside her. I'm not sure. And then table number 3. Go over here real quick. The pile on the right is the one that has been done. The pile on the left is what she's got left. And I can't really tell from here. Maybe we just zoom in a little bit more, see if we can see any of the pile on the other side. It looks like it's a really small pile, so it looks like table number 3 is almost done too. Yeah, it looks like they're pretty close to being done there. Go back to the main table again. Amanda Eisbester says, "Good luck, everyone." Thank you for liking the stream. If you guys did like the stream, thank you for taking the time to comment as well. And I know some of you guys engaged with me and we interacted a little bit and talked and all that. So I appreciate it when you guys take the time to interact with me. I appreciate that, as I said. The likes, of course, and the shares. The shares are so huge because Like right now we're looking at 140 people in the room who are sitting here watching the stream with us, and the reason why is because everybody did their part to help out by sharing the stream, sharing the link, which got more of your members to come in and watch. I was worried that because I went to YouTube that I wasn't going to be able to get all the members into the room to be able to watch. Well, not all the members, but a lot of the members into the room to watch the stream. Mainly because, like I said, Facebook and YouTube are two different kinds of platforms. One's social media and one is just video uploading and recording, right? So totally different from one another. And so I thought that maybe I wasn't going to be able to get the Facebook people to come in and join on YouTube, but looks like it's worked out pretty good, and that's all because of you guys, so thank you. I only shared to my own page, so there couldn't have been many members from your community watching through my page, but there is a lot of members from your community watching because of you guys, so once again, thank you.
Aaron Ahenakew, Kathy Ahenakew, Ronald Ahenakew, Russell Ahenakew. If you're done, do your tallies, eh? Are you done? Well, add up your marks and then take a break because we'll do the chief one next. We're done. We just got to do chief. We have a really good marker. So I call Ronald and Russell, right? Okay, here we go. Blaine General, Cheyenne the Chance, Carmen Little, Aaron Masacapo, Alan Masacapo, Eliza Sakamoose, Rodney Gitzman,
Sheldon says, talk a good talk. Hope you're for real for what you say. I'm not sure who you're talking to. Are you talking to me? If you're talking to me, man, I'm 100% real all the time. I'll say things as I see them. Always been straightforward.
And the last four on the ballot, Ashton Williams, Evan Williams, Cindy Rose.
Troy says, counting votes for almost 2 hours. Holy smokes, keep it up. Yeah, man, it's been a while. Let's see. They were done by 8. I think they started around 8:45, 8:30, 8:45. And we're now looking at 12:15. So we're almost looking at 3 hours of them counting for just the council. But I mean, look at all the names on the board. You guys can see all the names in the background right now. There's a lot of candidates. So it's going to take some time. But then when you go over to the chief board, there's only 5 names on there that I can see. And so because there's only 1 name per ballot, that's going to be a lot faster. And for that one, I'm gonna try to ask for you guys, because I know some people want to hear the names being called out. I'm gonna see if I can suggest about them maybe doing the chief counts with the mic on. All right, we'll see what we can do for you guys. I normally don't talk throughout ballot counts. Normally it's all the electoral officer are talking, calling out names. This is a rare thing, man, when I get to talk on a ballot count. Normally I interact with people when it comes to the candidates forums, because I ask the questions to the candidates and I relate with the candidates. And then the nominations meetings, I usually interact with the viewers then, because there's a lot of quiet time, not a lot of talking, not a lot of things going on the stream. And then I usually interact with the people that are watching the streams on election day throughout the beginning of the day up until we get close to the ballot counts. Then at that point, like I said earlier, and the electoral officer is the one that talks, and I usually just record and make sure everything is going good. This time I had to do a little bit extra, and I didn't mind. Donnell Goodwill, thank you for connecting us with our election. I am extremely grateful. You're very welcome. Looks like table number 3 might be done. I think table number 2 is the only one that's left. And And if that's the case, then everybody's going to converge and work on that one table only, more than likely. But I'm definitely going to try to get the mic set up for the chief counts.
These are done? What are those called? All those? Okay, have you been counted yet? You haven't been counted, right? Okay, I'll take them. No, here, you just do your tally. So, what's the issue? You're not sure if we're good enough? Great. Yes, the issue. What's the issue? There's too many votes on. What are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one's no good. Where are we doing those? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. I probably have to go more. Okay. We're done.
So table number 1 is done for sure. They did their first count and they helped with some more and they finished that count too. Table number 3, I believe, is done. Table number 2 is pretty much done. They're just going through these ballots right now because these are the ones that got put aside because there's too many extra marks or there's specific markings on the ballot that makes it annulled valid or ballot, sorry. So they're just doing that right now, and as soon as they figure out, which ones count, which ones don't, then they're gonna be done. Jason McNeely says you're doing a great job by keeping everyone informed through this. Good luck to all running for chief and council. Thank you, Jason. Hey man, Lee went out for a smoke. He might come back a different person. You never know. And I'm kidding. I don't even know if he went for a smoke. He might even be a smoker. But we all, I don't know. Everybody's got their moments, man. I'll just leave it at that was his moment, and hopefully it's done. I could have had a moment too, but instead I decided to have a quick break, and that worked out better.
Oh, where's ours?
Almost done. The little pile in her hand, I believe, is the last of it. And then they're gonna probably take a quick 5-minute break like they have been doing so far, and then they're gonna go into the ballot counts for chief. I'm gonna go suggest about the mic right now. I'll be right back.
Rod Arriagada, Rod Arriagada, Glenn Bird, Tanya Bird, Sharon Shaw, Rodney Saskatchewan, Stanley Saskatchewan, Kevin Williams, Cindy Williams Armstrong, Lannster Ahenakew, Davis Benjamin, Dean General, Lane General, Arvin General, Sharon LaChance, Jordan McNeil, Chad Cooper, Ryan Cooper, Longest Bunker, Kevin Williams, Kathy Ahenakew, Randy Ahenakew, Tyler DeCoe, and Terry. Yeah, nine.
And who was before, sorry,
Kathy.
any more Ahenakews?
You guys have it.
Oh, never mind, it's the last one.
First. You want Tyler? Take Karen Grass. And Karen.
Yeah, because we found 4 more ballots.
Kind of time?
Yeah.
David Mississippi. Jordan McNeely. Mary Staples. Stanis Staples. Ashley Williams. So I write 8 here.
Well, then just double check your counts, like if you authorize them, or all signed stuff.
They're tallies.
Huh?
They're tallies.
Yeah, just double check they're all the tallies, and put them in alphabetical order from there. Because this is table 1, 2, you're table 1. You understand? You guys? You done, sure? Can you bring your sheets over for table 3? Just put them all in alphabetical order. Just look which one above. They can't be, it's 15 feet. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, everything else is good? It's alphabetized, table 3. It's in order. It's alphabetized, A to Z.
Well, I wasn't able to talk to the electoral officer yet, so I'll have to wait. He's a little bit busy. They're doing the tallying up right now for all the votes, and then this table here right now is doing the tallying up too, it looks like. So the council votes are now in, and they're gonna, well, they're not in, but the tallies are getting tallied up right now. The votes have been counted. The ballots have been counted. And now we're going to wait until it gets updated on the board. And then they're going to start the counts for chief ballots. And I'm not sure the setup on this one. It might go 3 tables again. If it goes 1 table with everybody working at the same time, it should be okay to maybe mic it up. But if it goes separate tables, I will not be able to mic it up, just so you guys know, before we get to that point. Sean Pikaku says, how do they determine which ballot is voided? Extra name? Well, it's usually voided if, let's say, you got this 5 slots for chief, and you go and mark off one of your candidates, and then you decide to mark off another one. That's no good. Let's say you marked one off, and then you change your mind, so you erase it, not erase it, but you scribble it out, and then you mark a different name. No good. It has to be a clean marking, so it's got to be just a straight up check mark or an X, and that's how it usually works. And sometimes people do profanities on there and all that, so usually if there's any profanity, a swear, pictures of any sort, it's considered like a telling, like a mark, so therefore it's considered voided or annulled. There's that, and just, if you overvote, right? So let's say you're only, in the case of council, you're only supposed to pick 12 people, and then you go and vote for 13 or 14, that would be a no good vote either. But let's say, you're allowed to pick 12 and you pick only 4 or 5 or 7 or whatever. As long as it's less than the amount that you're supposed to pick or you're allowed to pick, then it's okay. The only things they really look for is just markings and extra marks. So, and like, somebody, let's say somebody marked off their sheet and then they put their initials on it. That would be no good. Or even just one of the initials, like their first name or the last name, still wouldn't be any good. That's basically it. That's how it works. Wasn't talking about you, but good to hear you're straightforward. Yeah, man, that's I don't know, my dad was like that. He taught me to be like that, and I just kind of grew up with it, man. I always believe that you just say what you think, and if somebody doesn't understand or doesn't get it, that shouldn't really be your concern, because as long as I understand how you feel and what you're thinking, good enough. Right? You done your part, you were honest. So to me, it's just straightforward, man. If somebody's done something wrong to me and I don't like them, I'll just say why, right? And put it on the table. And I mean, that's just the way I carry myself. But I think a lot of it has to do because of my dad, the way he raised me, Joe says, I would have thought that the ballot gets thrown out for too many votes. Yeah, for too many votes, absolutely, man. So like I said, if you're allowed to pick 12 candidates and then you go pick 13 or 15 or even 30 because there's 60 of them here, right? That would be no good. You can't even go one over. So if you got 12 it is. 12 and under, man, that's what it is. And for the chief ballots, there's only one choice. So if you choose 2, no good. If you choose no one, no good. You have to be able to choose 1. All right, something's going on over here. We're going to figure this out. Things are being updated now. Might as well go a little bit closer. Yeah, I know you guys want to see some of these numbers, so let's do it. Let's make you guys a little bit happier right now. I know you guys have been fighting me all night. I'm kidding, it's not that bad. Honestly, I don't take anything personal, man. I try not to, because if it's personal, then I just deal with it, right? So I usually try not to take it personally. Sean says, thanks. You're welcome, Sean. Troy wants to know, are they done? They are definitely done. The council ballots. They're going to begin the chief ballots right after this. And this will be a good time for a commercial. Nah, just kidding. I'm not gonna do that to you guys. I did think about it though. Just messing around now, man. It's getting late, you get overtired, you start doing funny things, and no, that's what I'm doing right now. I'll just slowly shift this over and adjust the camera angles, because it's kind of crooked, and well, I don't think their lines are crooked. I think it has something to do with the balance of the camera and the angle that I'm at, but you don't quite see it straight. So I'll just slowly rotate it. And he's going to eventually go back, and then he'll put an E next to all the names of the people that were elected. So you guys will eventually see the officials once you see the E. And I'm going to slowly move it over so you guys have a chance to be able to watch all the names. And I don't know, maybe you got a pen and paper, you want to write down the numbers or something. Whatever the case, we're going to move it slowly so you guys can check it out. Looks like Dean has done good so far. I think that's the highest number that I've seen on the board. But this is only one table, guys. There's 3 tables, right? So right now, these are the numbers for table, I think, 1. Or maybe it's table 2. So they're gonna put down all these numbers, then they're gonna add them all up, and then you're gonna get your final numbers. I believe that's the way it works. Share that stream. This is the moment that everybody's been waiting for. Maybe message some of your friends, members of the community, and let them know that, hey, council ballots have now been done. Tune into the stream. Maybe I'll take the logo down real quick so you guys can see the whole board nice and clean. I think these are the table 1 tallies. If you guys want to add me on Facebook or follow me on Facebook, there's my name, Rod Arriagada. I do all sorts of streaming. Let me know, I can help you guys out. Or you guys can just follow and add me and check out some of the work that I do in the future. There's a lot of things coming up. I got some really big events coming up actually in a little while. So if you guys want to tune in and see what's going on in different communities, and not just the communities, because I do electoral work and I do outside of electoral work as well. So there's going to be some more streaming coming in, pool and snooker and different little things going on. Got some music coming up, some bands and stuff too. So different things that you guys can enjoy if you follow or add me on Facebook. I might even be doing some powwows over the summer, covering some powwows. We'll see how that all plays out in the end. Remember, this is only one table, numbers from one table. They will still add numbers from the other 2 tables too. Okay, so that's the first set of numbers. Now we're going to the second set of numbers, back to the left side of the board. And this is Belinda's table, her numbers from her table, table number 2. Had a little bit of a lag there, I'm not sure why, but it seems to have fixed itself. Well, I guess it's a little bit... Oh yeah, there's no live on there, so you can see this all clean. I was setting this up like the Facebook, because Facebook has that big live symbol on the corner, so normally you see live, and it's like, oh, you can't see the rest of the board, right? I don't know, I'm kind of liking this YouTube, minus the whole having to moderate extremely with people. But I'm gonna move slowly after they move because I guess like they're kind of in the way. There's two of them writing down numbers, so as they move along, then you'll be able to see the numbers. Like right now, you can see the numbers. Prior to that, you couldn't. So I'll move slowly with them. You guys will see it all. You won't miss anything. For those of you that got a pen and paper at home and are trying to write down the results. That's table 1 and table 2 numbers being put on the board. Then there's still number 3, table number 3. Their numbers got to go on. And then all the numbers get added up, and that's when you're going to find out who are your 12 counselors for this next term.
83, Pat, 86.
It's been a long day, a fairly long night, but we're getting there. We're about to solve the great mystery of who is being elected this election year. And remember, this is just for council right now. The chief ballots are going to come up next. I don't know the setup. I don't know if it's going to be 1 table, 3 tables. 1 table, I will force a mic on there for you guys. 3 tables, not much I can do for you. You can't really see that number there. Well, you could see Alexander's number, 27 and 24. Gonna go over here. That is the final numbers that they just wrote down. They still got table number 3 to write down, which is gonna come up right away. Just gonna leave this here for a second so you guys can check that out. Okay, we're going back. Table number 3 numbers being added up. If you guys are tallying up these numbers at home, there's your final number that you need to make the total sum. Yeah, these are counselors, guys. I'll slowly move over. I'll leave it on here once they both move out of the way, and then I'll move it over again after that. Just leave it on there for a few seconds and then I'll move it over. So this stream is not going to be on Facebook, just so you guys know. It will only be on YouTube. Originally it was going to be live streamed on Facebook, then uploaded on YouTube. Instead it ended up being live on YouTube. Oops, a little bit too far. Yeah, I know, because I was going to upload this, or I was going to stream this on Facebook, and then I ended up having to do it on YouTube because I got restricted or reported on Facebook. And because I went on YouTube, you can't upload a video from YouTube to Facebook. It's almost impossible because the files are much bigger than Facebook can handle. So it's only going to be on YouTube. But I'll be there for as long as you guys need to be.
Okay, who's got all the sheets? Okay, so we're gonna do the sheet now. Okay?
Oh, he's not tallying them up. He's not adding them up right now.
We need a couple of calculators. You guys have phones? Let's have 3 witnesses. Let's give them a tally. Come on, guys. And now we'll have an idea.
Okay, it looks like they are going to tally it up. But everybody's going to get in the way, so I'm just going to try to get that last screen on there for you guys. Move it over real quick. There it is. There's all the numbers, and it looks like they're going to add them all up right now. So we'll go back to the beginning of the board again. There we are. Bring out your calculators if you want. Zena says that's too bad. Spencio says I'm at the edge of my seat. Troy says I can't wait. Same thing as the last time. I'm just going to leave it on there until they step away from it, and then you guys can check out the numbers and gonna move over this camera soon. I'm just waiting for him to get out of the way, which is just did. So, well, I guess you guys want to see those numbers, right? There's the first set of numbers. Second set of numbers.
Where's my guy?
$198. I'm just counting the numbers ahead of them. They're using calculators, and I like doing my math in my head, so I'm just calling out the numbers, trying to see if I can do it faster than the calculator. And it's funny, little challenges in life, you know. Okay, move on to the next section here. This is where they're currently at right now. Sean wants to know, when do they add on the mail-in ballots? So this is all together right now. They start off with the mail-in ballots. They don't count the mail-in ballots, but they process them first to make sure that they're all legitimate and looking for, you know, voided ballots and all that. So if there's any markings or anything like that. And then they add them all together with all the other ballots. So they don't take the mail-in ballots and count those first, then take in the advance polls and count that next, and then eventually do the ones from today. And they put them all together. But first, they got to make sure that the ones that they put in the box before they put them in the box are legitimate and they're not doubles. And by doubles, I mean like somebody that came in and mailed in a ballot and then came in and voted in person. That's something that they're looking for. The other thing is looking for flaws, right? So like extra marks or signs that would tell who it was that voted for on that vote or whatever, or on that ballot. We explained this a little bit earlier, but basically it's the same thing. So once they look at everything and they know which ones are good, then they put all those together in the box or the other ones, and they count them all at once. That's the way it always works. Just gonna wait for them to kind of move out of the way so you guys can see the numbers, and then I'm gonna move over to the next screen for you. And remember, we're about to get into the chief counts. They haven't counted them yet. They're about to start counting them, but it'll be a lot faster. It's only one person per ballot instead of 12. Makes a huge difference as far as time and speed. Move over a little bit because there's a lot of numbers there, so I'm just going to move over just a little bit so you guys can see the numbers there. There was a name correction on the board. Oops, too far. Oh, he's going further to the right too, so we'll stay on these ones right now, the ones in the middle. Then I'll move back over to the right once he's done, because he's moving his numbers a little bit too far to the right and I can't get it all in the same picture. Now, guys, keep it all clean, man. No need to go after anyone when they can't defend themselves in person, right? I was talking about this earlier, about the progress, and we're over here now. Talking about the progress and how change begins just by everyone just accepting who is a leader and just supporting them, right? Regardless of anything, just support them, because, I mean, I'm not saying regardless of anything, because if they're bad people, you don't want to support bad people, obviously, right? But if they're not who you would have voted for and they're a good person, just support them, man. You never know, they're gonna do some great things, right? Good people do good things, remember that. Gonna move over the camera soon. Move it over right now. I don't know if you guys seen that number, but I'll leave that one there so you guys can see the tally numbers there on that one. Then after they mark down all the numbers, all the total numbers, he's gonna have to go back and take a look at all the numbers that are there and then see who the 12 elected are. Couple of heads and people on the way, so I'm just gonna wait and I'll move it over.
Last one.
212.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll have Belinda record them. Somebody go with her to verify, and then let me know. So just put on there. I'll wait for that.
Okay, so he's moving out of the way. I'll move over to this one right there because that's the last one that was kind of covered up. You guys can see the numbers there. A couple people in the way. There's only one more piece of paper after this, so I'm gonna get to it right away. Just waiting so you guys can see the numbers. Okay, we'll move over. That is the last name on the list right there. So now you guys got all the numbers tallied up. They've been added. And, well, now we're just waiting for electoral officer to make an official mark by putting an E next to the name for the people that have been elected. I would sit there and tell you who I think, according to the numbers that I see, but I'm sure some of you guys have been writing down the numbers and you have a pretty good idea right now on your own. Gonna back up here a little bit. There's all the numbers you can see.
So we're done. Where's all your envelopes, guys? Counselor ballots. How many spoiled? Did you mark on there?
No, I don't think he's gonna add them all up. Like, he's not gonna mark them as elected yet. But you guys seen all the numbers. You have a pretty good idea. And I can't really announce. I can't really say, even though I can see the numbers, I can't really say who's been elected because that's not my job. My job is just to come here and cover the event and to do commentaries and to make sure that you guys are able to watch the election today. Everything else is in his hands. The gentleman with the folder in his hand,
I'll give you guys some ballots. That's the first
or with the envelope in his hands.
of your count sheets.
Come on, Troy. Don't be doing that, man. There's a time and a place for everything, guys. Never do it, you know, on something like this.
So you should have 3 sheets, right?
No need for it, man. I'm sorry, I gotta remove your comments, man. I'm not gonna block you because, you know, I know you've been fairly good so far. So I'm not gonna block you, man, but, you know, it's not right. It doesn't solve anything. It doesn't fix anything. It doesn't make anything different or better. It just makes things worse when you attack people when, you know, they can't defend themselves. And I don't know. Whether they're good or bad, man, like I said, I just believe in everyone.
So, you know, Sherry, I guess I'll get you to help these guys. Well, yeah, because you know you're trained. So just get with these guys. We'll do 2 tables for the chief count. I'll bring you guys some ballots, okay? Sherry will start with you guys.
They're doing 2 tables for the chief counts.
Yeah, it's the same envelope. So listen. Okay, I'll get you.
So I don't think I'll be able to mic up after all.
Okay, we'll have 2 tables, I guess, or if you guys want to, we're short, so let's get this going, 2 tables going.
Yeah, they're gonna do 2 tables, guys. So I'm not gonna be able to mic them up like I wanted to. And they're gonna be calling out like at the same time. They're gonna be calling out different names, so it will be hard for you guys to be able to hear all the names as they're being called out. So I'm not even gonna try to put 2 mics on there. I really wish that it would have been just 1 table though. But I understand, you know, there's a lot of votes to count, and it's better just to work separate on 2 tables. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna back up more like that.
We only need 1. So put the other ones aside.
Just like that.
Where's Demetrius? Can you help Sherry start unfolding?
We're gonna leave it like that right now, and that way you guys can see both tables go on at the same time. That's the only 2 tables that are doing anything. We're gonna go back to table number 3 just so you guys see like it's nothing going on over there. Nobody's over there. Even back up the camera. Nobody around there at all. It's all empty, man. See that? All empty. I'm gonna turn over here just so you guys know. This is where everybody's at right now in the room. We're gonna go around the whole room so you guys can see, minus the security that's there, and of course myself. So that's it. We're gonna go back here, and this is where we're gonna stay for a little bit. That way you guys can catch everything. You're not gonna be able to hear anything, but at least you'll be able to see everything going. If you guys want me to zoom in on one table versus the other, I can do that. That's no problem.
Where's the ballot box that was here? Just throw them in there, sure. You can start. You're on your own. You guys.
It says go back on the votes for people running for chief. So that's what they're about to do right now, man.
Okay, guys, you're ready to start.
Now is the ballot counts for chief. Didn't really get much of a chance. Oh, I'll just leave it as is. This is our poster. This is who we are. TurnerNationHoldings.com. That's our website. You want to check us out, see what we're all about. Phone number is 204-228-4786 if you want to call us, and our email, if you want to email us, TurnerNationHoldings@gmail.com.
We're gonna need a few because we
I know you guys are on YouTube right now, so I tell you guys to go check us out on YouTube. But you don't have to because you already found us on YouTube. So if you guys want to subscribe to our channel, by all means, subscribe to the channel. And then anytime that we go live, you're going to be able to get to see that. Whatever it is that we go live with, you'll be able to see that. Now, this is not my own personal YouTube channel. This is the Eternal Nation Holdings channel. And that's where we're at. I'm just going to give you guys a second view of it. And so I usually, like, all my streaming is usually done on Facebook. That's where I normally do most of my streaming. So there's my name right now, again, on the right side corner of your screen. Rod Arriagada, Facebook. It's a picture of me right there. If you guys want to add me or follow me on Facebook, by all means, do that there. And then you'll be able to catch all the stuff that I do on Facebook, which is a lot more than what I do on YouTube right now. Well, I'm telling you, man, I'm getting tempted to switch over. I like the quality on YouTube. Much better. And I don't mean like the way YouTube runs. I just mean like the picture itself is much better.
Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Kathy Mustapha.
Jolie Sasakamu says, nail biting. Spencito, I'm stress eating right now. Man, that sounds so good. I just want to eat something. Well, I got some fruit here. I guess I have a little bit of fruit. Don't let it go to waste, right? I didn't eat anything today, man. Got a specific diet, so came in, had some breakfast first thing in the morning. That was the one thing I was able to eat. And other than that, I didn't get a chance to eat much. There was some fruit here earlier, so I had some fruit, but I was hoping that we would have had some supper, something bigger to eat. So now when we hit the highway, that's the first thing I'm going to do, man, is try to find a restaurant of some sort that I can eat. So much for my specific diet. It's probably going to end up being McDonald's. Hey, Tracy. All right, I'll accept right away. Where is the candidate list? Jolie wants to know. Well, I can show you the list right now. There it is. I'll leave it on there for a second so you can check it out. That is the candidates list. Every name is on there right now.
Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Who's Ahenakew? Who's Ahenakew? Larry Ahenakew. Who's Ahenakew? Who's Ahenakew? Larry Ahenakew.
There you go. I accepted the friend request. And I'm going to switch over from this now. Just give you a chance to look at all the lists right there. Should have given you enough time to check them out. There's a lot of names on there. That's for sure.
Kathy Mustapha. Who's Ahenakew?
Ballot counting is in progress. Chief ballots are being counted now.
Who's Ahenakew? Kathy Mustapha. Kathy Mustapha. Maria Fidel. Ahenakew. Who's Ahenakew? Kathy Mustapha. Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Kathy Mustapha. Who's Ahenakew? Who's Ahenakew? Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Right? Kathy Mustapha. Kathy Mustapha.
You guys are watching the 2021 Chief and Council General Elections. This is live coverage brought to you by Turtle Nation Holdings. And we're here live in AHTAHKAKOOP. Beautiful AHTAHKAKOOP. Shout out to Lannster Ahenakew for lending me this footage so I can put it on the stream. Beautiful place, man. I'm telling you. How can you not enjoy this place?
Sorry. Ahenakew got it, not Larry. Okay. This one's Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Ahenakew. This one is Ahenakew. Ready, guys? Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, 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 Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Catherine Ahenakew, Ahenakew, Catherine Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, 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 Daryl, Larry Ahenakew, Larry, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Maria Idell, take something out, bring it back, bring me some back. Ahenakew, Kathy Messaskapo, Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Kathy Messaskapo, Maria Heidel, Maria Heidel, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Maria Heidel, Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Kathy Messaskapo, Ahenakew, 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 Daryl Piku, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, 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 Larry Ahenakew, 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 Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Kathy Messaskapo, Ahenakew, Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, 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 Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew. We got Kathy Messaskapo, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew. Let me know if you're running, if you run out of one line. So we got you, Ahenakew. This one is Daryl. Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Ahenakew, Kathy Messaskapo, Ahenakew, Kathy Messaskapo, Kathy Messaskapo, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Kathy Messaskapo, Ahenakew, Kathy Messaskapo, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Daryl Ahenakew. Luke Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Luke Ahenakew. This is good. Maria Haydell. Larry Ahenakew. Luke Ahenakew. Larry. Daryl Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Luke Ahenakew. Huh? Is it filled? Cut it off and do your tallies, and then get a new sheet. Just so stop. That's max. What is it? 180.
Yeah.
Okay, and then tally the other ones up. Start a new one. Count 2. Okay. So take your time. Luke Ahenakew. Daryl Ahenakew. Luke Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. You ready? How are we? Almost done?
Yeah.
Okay, Larry Ahenakew. Maria Haydell. Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Luke Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Daryl Ahenakew. Luke Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Luke Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Daryl Ahenakew. Luke Ahenakew. We got Larry Ahenakew. We got Maria Haydell. We got Luke Ahenakew. We got Larry Ahenakew. We got Maria Haydell. We got Maria Haydell. We've got Larry Ahenakew. Ready? Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Maria Haydell, Luke Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Kathy Messescapo, Luke Ahenakew, Luke Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Luke Ahenakew, Luke Ahenakew, Luke Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Luke Ahenakew, Maria Haydell. Still streaming? Rod, are we streaming still?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, got both people on the screen.
Oh, nice. Okay, Luke Ahenakew, Kathy Messescapo, Larry Ahenakew, Kathy Messescapo, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Luke Ahenakew. Who do we got here? Luke Ahenakew, Kathy Messescapo, Larry Ahenakew, Maria Haydell, Larry Ahenakew. Next, we got Kathy Messescapo, Larry Ahenakew, Kathy Messescapo, Larry Ahenakew. Just want to go see what they're doing here. Wait a second. Jerry, can I get your sheets? The ones you handed? You handed them, right? Okay. Very good. Okay.
Sorry guys, I was just trying to put a little bit of my extra equipment away, but I'm back. I mean, I was always here the whole time. I'm out of breath because I was trying to do a lot of extra things here. Hopefully you guys didn't get out of hand on the comment section, because if you did, I'm gonna have to go back and erase all of it.
Okay, here we go. Larry Ahenakew, Luke Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Luke Ahenakew,
Let's see.
Larry Ahenakew, Maria Haydell, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Luke Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Luke Ahenakew, Kathy Messescapo, Larry Ahenakew, Kathy Messescapo, This one is Larry Ahenakew. Uti Ahenakew. We got Kathy Messastaple. Uti Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. All right, there we go. Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Uti Ahenakew.
You guys are getting deep into this. I'm just gonna remove comments, okay? And I was gonna block you guys, but there's no point.
Larry Ahenakew.
Even if whatever you guys feel about that person, just don't put it out there, man. It's so not nice. That person can't even defend themselves right now because they're not even aware of what's going on.
Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew.
There's only so much that I can allow, guys, and I just can't allow a lot of this stuff.
Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. That was
And some of the stuff, like, I don't know if it's being sarcastic or legit, man. So right now I'm still confused. That's the only reason why some of this stuff is still up. But my instincts are telling me to take it down. But I just didn't because I felt like, what if I was wrong?
So we have that. Let's do this again. Okay, you ready, guys? Are you ready? All right.
I'm not sure what's going on with this guy, but he's a new character, so
Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew.
I guess we'll just remove them altogether.
Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew.
Joe wants to know, did they say who got elected on council? Well, they didn't, but I showed you guys all the numbers, so you kind of have an idea. But I didn't because, well, they didn't, first of all, and I didn't. They didn't because I guess they're doing the ballot counts for the chief candidates first, and then they're going to do it all at once. All the number, like they're going to let everybody know who's all been elected all at once. And I didn't let you guys know, even though I can see all the numbers on the board clearly, and I kind of have an idea because I can see it all. I'm not, it's not within my, let's say jurisdiction, I can't even say the word, jurisdiction, for me to be involved in that because I'm not an electoral officer. Although I do have the training of an electoral officer because I've done a lot of this work already. So I have a lot of knowledge as far as how things are done. It's not my position to answer anything like that. So I won't. But as soon as I know what's going on, I'll let you guys know, all right?
Larry Ahenakew. Larry Ahenakew. This is no good. It's spoiled. There's two things on it. Look at that. 2 marks on it. Some-year-old candidate. No good. That's 4 spoils. Rod Arriagada, Kathy Messastaple, I can't pronounce it. Maria Hedel, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Putin Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Putin Ahenakew, Larry Ahenakew, Kathy Messastaple.
Brad Jerzalak says, I agree with what you said. Thank you. Zena says, agreed. Banned the trolls.
Daryl Peekcoot, Kathy Messastaple, Larry Ahenakew.
Undertaker fan says, okay, if I'm being honest, this doesn't look good for Uten, but I'm still a Uten fan.
Kathy Messastaple,
You just never know, guys. You never know. I mean, the only one that knows the results ahead of time is the creator, because the creator puts things in motion. Everybody else just kind of plays along to whatever the creator wants to do. We all believe we're in control, but we never are. Oh yeah, my other cable's done too. Shoot, I got some more things to do. I'm just trying to, because everybody's kind of put their equipment away, and then usually I'm the guy that's here to the end, like the very, very end, because it takes me about an hour to take down all my equipment, put it away and all that. So I don't want to hold up people that have been here since 8 o'clock in the morning or even earlier, waiting up for me. So I'm just trying to do things a little bit in between as I can.
This was no good. They marked off 2 loaders. We're at 5. They marked off 2 men. That's it. Ready?
Are they done? No, they're almost done though, guys. They're very, very close to being done. Hold on to your seats. Things are about to get a little bit more exciting yet.
Deputies, carry out your sheets. I need counters, and we're going to verify all this.
Are you done? Like yourself, are you done? For now? Yeah. Because I don't have this hooked up right now. We can wrap this one up too. I just put up my other equipment. Everything that's extra right now, it's all put away. But this is one extra thing, and then I can wrap up all the stuff real quickly. You guys do whatever you want.
I'll be right back, guys.
What about the 13th? How much away are they? No. Just tell me it's more than 5 loads. We gotta do recount. Mandatory recount, 5 loads or less under the position. For any position. We gotta do, no, 11, 12, and 13th place we have to review, just those names. Believe it or not. Yeah, we just gotta look at the code. Hang on. Yeah, let's just do a recount. Okay, hang on.
Okay, I'm back and I'm not sure what's happening, but somebody said recount somewhere, so I'm not sure what that is or if it's legit. Could have been a rumor down the vine. I don't know. We're about to find out.
You ready? So we'll just head out to these and we'll check our tallies. When are yours? Sure, you're good? Well, just, yeah, 11, 12, and 13. Give somebody, and I need to do, yeah, I don't know.
Not sure what's going on, but we're going to focus a little bit more over here because this is where everything's happening right now, is in this area.
Okay, so yeah,
Should I show you guys? Do I zoom in on this? I mean, we've all been here all day just for this. But do I make you guys wait? Leanne says, can you go closer once they start putting the names down? Well, I guess you just answered my question. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm probably going to get in trouble for doing it because he's got to make the official announcement. I can't. I just show you guys because I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for things like this. 2 tables were adding numbers, so first set of numbers, table number 1. Second set of numbers, table number 2. Yeah, commercial time. Let's do it right now. Nah, just kidding. I'm not gonna do it again. I'm just messing around with you guys. It's all part of the game, man. Just have a little bit of fun, right? Can't all be serious, man. Gotta be able to enjoy life a little bit more each day, right? Man, Troy. All right, Troy. Sorry, buddy. I wasn't sure if you were like legitimate, a nice guy, or just messing around or being sarcastic, but obviously you were just a troll the whole time, I guess. And I'm sorry, man, but you gotta go. I try to be understanding. I try to, give people the benefit of the doubt. But at some point, man, you just, pull that trigger too much and it's time for you to go. And that was the case in that one. Sorry, man. I was trying to be good, though. Like, honestly, for most of it, I didn't even know if you were joking around or not. Same thing with Undertaker. I don't know if you're joking around or not. But you're next, man. So you better be careful. I'm kidding. I'm not like that. I'm not a narcissist, man. I don't control people through streams, but I do kick people out if they're not good. That's something I'll do anytime.
Okay, guys, we're good? Is that right? Yeah. Okay, so we're here? 44. I 96. 40 is 96, right?
That's Electoral Officer Burke Ratty. If you guys want to reach him, you can do so via email, election3854@hotmail.com. That's how you get a hold of him. If you're looking for some electoral work, that is. As I said earlier, thank you for liking and sharing the stream, guys. You guys are super awesome for doing so. You ended up getting the numbers close to 200, so there was a lot of people that tuned in to watch, and that's all because of the sharing that you guys did. So thank you very much. You guys are awesome. If I can buy everybody one thing, I would do it, but I can't because I'm not rich. But I can give you all a thank you, so thank you very much, guys. And as I mentioned earlier, my name is Rod Arriagada. There's my name one more time because we're going to eventually take this down. You're not going to see that again for a while. My name is Rod Arriagada. You can find me on Facebook. You can follow me. You can add me on Facebook, and I'll accept your request by all means. Let me fix this camera a little bit. Hang on a second. You're recounting what?
We're just recounting one of them, one of the tallies, that's all. Before we officially...
Okay, so they're just recounting a tally. They're not recounting the ballots. They're recounting a tally and to confirm before they make an official announcement altogether. But as you guys can see right now, the E means elected. So that is who's been elected. Uten, man. So close. So close. They only did 3 posts on... What's happening at AHTAHKAKOOP to announce the election? No one knew when to vote. Our members didn't get ballots off reserve. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's out of my hands. I'm not sure. You can contact Electoral Officer Burke Ratty, though, if you got any concerns. I can't really do anything about that. What I know is that that's the results right now on the screen. We're waiting for the official result to go through. So we just gotta wait. We just gotta keep on waiting. But now, I guess right now I'll do the poster. Why not? JournalNationHoldings.com. That is our website. That's where you can find us. Check us out. Our mission and services: we ensure our clients that we provide a professional level of service for your projects. Project development, waste management services, First Nation electoral and referendum services, administrative and management services, my apologies, assistance, I can't even speak, assistance in the administration of capital projects and expenditures. All right, I blew that one. Just the way it is, though. It's tiring right now. You know, for you guys, it's 1:40. I'm on Manitoba time, so right now it's 2:40 for me. I only have 5 hours sleep, so... And that's 5 hours each day for the last 2 days, so I'm pretty beat up right now. So they're starting to mark off everybody on there. This is going to be your official list. We'll just slide it over right now. And normally he will make an announcement. I'm not sure if he will. If he does, though, I'll give him my mic. He can take my mic, and I'll just zoom in on him, and you guys will be able to hear him out. And I'm talking about Electoral Officer Burke Ratty, of course, because he's the one that makes the official announcements. I usually don't. But you guys can see the E's, and I'm going to show you the board so you guys can see the E's, and that basically tells you who has been elected for this term. Moving them 3 pages at a time. Maybe back this up a little bit. The E's mean that they have been elected. But as I have said a couple times, I am not the electoral officer, so I cannot make an official announcement. I can only show you what they're doing on the board. Oh yeah, I said 3 at a time. Now even this doesn't really tell you because you can't see them all listed in front of you, but you can see the E, so you kind of have an idea now who's been elected. If there's somebody specific you're looking for, well, if you see a knee on it, you know that they got elected.
Okay, Rod, I'm going to announce it.
Okay. You can announce it on paper, like on the paper. You can take this and I'll just put the camera on you. You can walk out as far as you can. 10 feet. Let me know. Stand.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Out in AHTAHKAKOOP, we do have the results in. Just to clarify, election for 1 chief, 12 councillor positions. It is a 4-year term, effective immediately, and it's for a 4-year term, as I just said. For chief officially, Larry Ahenakew with 491 votes. For council, your 12 councillors for the next 4 years in alphabetical order will go Ben Ahenakew with 205, Lanny Scott Ahenakew with 227, Russell S. Ahenakew at 223, Dean Genero Froggy with 198, James Isbester 234, Pat Isbester 265, David Masacapo with 237, Chad Picacoot with 253, Rodney Sasakamoose at 210, Stanley Sasakamoose 266, Evan Williams 198, and your 12th counselor is Cindy Williams Johnstone. Congratulations to these candidates. All the best to everyone. I'd like to thank the scrutineers. We worked very well together, and other deputies that were here. It was great, and we helped make this possible. All the best. Thank you.
Congratulations, Chief and Council, on your re-election, or those who have just been elected for the first time. May you be blessed in your journey, and may you make a difference for your community.
There should be 3 ballot boxes, ballots, one there, one there, one over there. Files, you need these. They're very important to keep. Where's your envelope, Sherry? Okay, for the cheap one. Okay, put it on the table so I can see it.
Everybody's working out here, getting going.
Sorry.
Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. There was something like a mishap here because I was supposed to have something else go up here and it didn't go up, and I'm not sure why. Because it was supposed to, and it just disappeared on me. I try to see if I can put it on there because I worked hard for that. No, that all disappeared. That's part of the files that I erased. Yeah, that's what that is. It's part of the files that I erased. There we go. That's the way it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like that, and I just messed up. But congratulations, Chief and Council. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. My name is Rod Arriagada. I'm with Turtle Nation Holdings. You can follow us on YouTube. You're on the YouTube channel right now. You can check us out, all of our streams that we have, just by subscribing. You'll get notified every single time that we go live, and you don't want to miss out on that. Just pop up our poster real quick so you guys can check it out once again. And well, I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Honestly, it was a good time. I enjoyed being here. A little bit of, some trolling, but we get a little bit of trolling every now and then. We're gonna deal with it, right? I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was AHTAHKAKOOP CREE Nation 2021 Chief and Council General Elections. Until next time, I hope everybody has a great night. I'm Rod Arriagada. Cheers.